What I have here is a 2023 F250 XL base model with an STX package. The engine is a 6.8 liter. Now, this is a truck with everything you need and then some, without the bells and whistles. In this video, I'm going to show you different features that you might not know unless you're plugged into a trailer, because this truck, you're not buying this truck for, day-to-day driving, getting groceries. You're driving this truck to haul. Now, it's a 6.8 liter. It's a Minizilla, but this is not a slouch. With this truck, I'm able to pull my fifth wheel without any problems whatsoever. I barely even realized that it's back there when I'm pulling the trailer. So this is what I'm pulling with this truck. That's my fifth wheel right there. Gross vehicle weight in that one, I think, is about 13,700, give or take. This truck pulls it no problem. Now, one thing I want to show you first is the features that you probably already know about that's really cool to have on a base model. First one is the camera. Right here, this is your front camera, so you are able to see if you're going to be hitting something, because this truck is huge. You won't be able to see how close you are, especially when you're parking with your bumper. So see this white line right here? That's your bumper, so you'd be able to see how close you are. And that's your 360 camera. This is very useful, not just for backing up, but also parking up front or parking forward on a parking lot, let's say in a Walmart. You'll be able to see it. With this feature though, this is not the only view you have. You also have several views. If you click up here in the top left, that's your 360 camera. This is your front camera. This is wide angle. And if you have a fifth wheel or a gooseneck, this is the most important part. It has a line, a guide, when you're using this camera to hook up your fifth wheel. So it makes it so much easier. Now, when you're actually backing up, I'll put it in reverse, and you tap, and you want to view this area right here so you can hook up. There's a plus sign. You can actually zoom in on this the closer you are in hooking up your fifth wheel. Makes it so much easier, especially for me. There's nobody helping me hook up my fifth wheel. I'm just doing it by myself. So that is really useful. Granted, I have to get out the truck maybe a couple times just to make sure that the height is perfectly aligned so I can hook up my fifth wheel. And you got different ones right here. This is additional camera if you want to add for the trailer, which is very expensive, which I'm not trying to do. And this is if you are right here. This is for your bumper, and the same thing with your bumper. If you're pulling a trailer, you don't have to really zoom in because it's really zoomed in already. And sometimes when I'm backing up, it can be annoying sometimes that it slams the brake on you when you're about to hit something when you're backing up. Good feature to have, but it's kind of annoying, so I'm going back to this. But one thing you don't know is that when you're hooked into a trailer or hooked up to a trailer, you'll get more features. So let me just back up and hook up my trailer. See, that 360 camera is very useful, and I can see if I'm close to the tree or not when I'm moving forward. So that one I really like. All right, so let's back up. I'm not gonna be really straight right now since I'm demonstrating something. I'm gonna back up just enough that's close that I can plug in. Oh, ooh, look at that. And let's get closer a little bit. There you go. So what I'm gonna do now is plug in the trailer. All right, as soon as I plug in the trailer, it's gonna detect that there's a trailer actually plugged into the truck. Now for the first time use, you just gotta add a trailer. It's gonna give you, or it's gonna ask you different questions about the trailer, how long your trailer is. You'll just put all the information on there. But for me, I already programmed the trailer and I already saved it. So I'm just gonna select a trailer, and I have different trailers. So this one is the Bertha. That's my fifth wheel. So since it's a fifth wheel, it's gonna stop my sensor that's attached to the bumper, because it's not really gonna work because you have something in the back. As soon as you plug in there, it gives you reminders for maintenance. So look at that. You can select remind me, or you can view the reminders that it's telling you what to do as far as maintenance. So it tells you at however many miles that you need to do your maintenance. So look at that. This is 11,000 miles, 5,000 miles. So you're supposed to check. Now look at this. These are overdue. I'm supposed to check the lug nuts, and I can edit the interval after I fix it. So I'm gonna say maintenance done. So I'm gonna reset that, and it's gonna tell me when. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. So I'm gonna save that, and then it also tells me what else that's overdue. Trailer wiring, connector. Let's see what it says. That it says that check for dirt or rust and clean the connector pin, which I've already done. So I'm gonna say maintenance done, and I'm gonna save it. So it's gonna remind me in the same time frame. So since that's done, one thing I really want to show you on this is, once you're attached to a trailer on the Bertha, first is this one right here. Before you leave, you want to check if your lights are working. I'm talking about left turn signal, or your turn signals and your brake lights. So right here, all you have to do is check the trailer light, and you hit start, and you can now step outside the vehicle. All right, now we're back in the vehicle. We just checked the lights. Everything works well, so we can now hit stop and exit. Another feature that only is available when you're attached is an additional camera. So we'll go back to CarPlay. So you're driving down the road and you hit your blinkers to the right. See what happens in the screen. It turns on the camera that's attached to that side mirror right there. That's part of your 360 camera. So it gives you a vantage point, a different vantage point, if you have somebody on the side of your trailer when you're driving down the road. So that's in your right turn signal. If you turn to the left, it's gonna show you a different camera view on the left side this time. And once you cancel the turn signal, it will go right back. So those are really cool features that a base model F250 have.